We're live, boys.
Boys, we're missing a boy.
We're missing a boy. We were. Oh shit! I have to press it again to go live on LinkedIn. I don't know where we're live right now. You need to create a brew.
We're live in the real world.
Oh Jesus!
Can you see us, everyone? Is anyone out there?
I don't know. I think we're not on. I don't think we're on LinkedIn.
I'm streaming on LinkedIn right now.
All right. So as long as you're streaming, who gives a shit?
Someone's here. Hello.
Interesting. Anyway, welcome to the Eric and Rodney Show with Robin. Hey, listen, little production value. All right, enough of that.
My fucking ears.
It's like Saved by the Bell. I love it.
I know, it's good, right?
Yeah, it's very good. It's our best work.
I tried to get Saved by the Bell music, but I couldn't find it.
You don't think that sounds like Saved by the Bell? Seriously, I mean, serious. It sounds like the theme song. I thought it was.
It's close. It's a little more hardcore.
Yeah, all right.
This is a cooler high school than Saved by the Bell.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, we've grown up, but yes, a little edgier.
We're mature now.
Yeah.
Well, we were supposed to have a guest today. He backed out. I didn't bother to change the thumbnail because why would I? And the average dude is supposed to be joining us at some point. But until that happens, gentlemen, do you know what day it is?
It's Friday.
It is Friday, but it's also August 11th, which is Hip Hop Day, National Hip Hop Day. Yeah.
Who is this hip hop artist?
I'm not sure. He's a nondescript hip hop artist.
I think it's Flow Rider because someone's playing the guitar in the back with a mask on. Someone's playing a guitar with a mask. See?
I was hoping we'd take this opportunity
to talk
about hip hop. Do you two gentlemen enjoy the hip hop music?
I like it, Robin.
I do, yeah. I do. Probably not the same generation as you, but yeah.
No, I think we've discussed this. You're in a different tax bracket when it comes.
You like mumble rap?
Yeah, you like mumble rap.
No, I fucking don't. Well, Travis Scott.
Is Travis Scott mumble rap? I know I had to listen to him for one of these stories that we did.
He's mumble rap and auto-tuned. So
I like. You know who I like? That's really mumble rap, but I like him. I always have his Future. He's good. I like him because he's crazy.
This is what fascinates me. It was just a little bit about black culture in the United States. So black people today represent, I looked it up, 13.6% of our fine population. But when it comes to music,
in the
U.S., but they've given us jazz, they've given us the blues, soul, hip hop. I mean, what white people? What have we?
Gospel music too.
Gospel, yes. Yeah. And then we're rock and roll, but all we did is appropriate black music to make rock and roll.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying.
So, what's the other race that kind of makes it up? White folk? I wonder if it's white people's.
I don't know, but
that doesn't sound like a lot of people. 13.6% of our population. That doesn't sound like a lot of people, right? Am I wrong? I don't know.
Yeah, I know, and how much they've contributed to.
Right, culture. That's what I mean. Like that doesn't sound like a significant amount of people, considering the contribution they've made.
That's what I'm saying. It's like almost like in England is very small, but all the greatest rock and roll bands are from England. You know, it's
except for Aerosmith.
Except for Aerosmith.
Yeah, let's not get crazy, guys. Come on now.
Is there such thing as a black country singer? Like a black
Darius
version
Rucker
of Eminem?
From you know who Hootie and the Blowfish was? Hootie and the Blowfish was they were amazing. They were from the 90s. Do you remember them, Eric?
Hootie and the Blowfish? Yes, I celebrate their entire catalog.
Yeah, I love them. So Darius Rucker was the lead singer. I used to joke around and say he was Hootie, but I don't know whether he was Hootie or the Blowfish, or maybe neither one of them. But now he has moved on from Hootie and the Blowfish, and he is Darius Rucker, the country singer, and he's good. Oddly enough, I think it's translated because he had an amazing voice with Hootie and the Blowfish. Oddly enough, he still has an amazing voice.
Yeah. But Robin, to your point, it is notable. Like black hockey players, there's like 3 of them. Black country singers, there's like 3 of them. It's not, they haven't really penetrated, you know. Honestly, in rock and roll, they didn't. There's not a lot of black, like Jimi Hendrix, but there's not a lot.
You remember? Was it in Living Color?
You're never going to believe what we're going to cover in the first story. But yes,
do you remember that? Do you remember that band? There's like Cult of Personality. What was it in Living Color or something?
In Living Color. Oh, see, the first story is going to talk about In Living Color, their sitcom or their sketch show.
I see.
Cult of Personality is a fucking great
Cult of Personality. Whoever sings that song, I thought it was something.
It is Living Color.
Yeah, is it Living Color? Yeah, they were good.
They're fucking great. I did look up the difference between what hip hop and rap are. Do you know what this is?
No clue.
No.
Hip hop is the larger cultural phenomenon, and the very white definition was like DJing, MCing, breakdancing, and graffiti. Rap
it's kind of racist.
It's racist as fuck. Rap is a part of hip hop culture, according to the very white explanation on the internet.
Do people still breakdance? Is that?
I don't
think that's. I remember when I was little, I was obsessed with a movie called Breaking, and they were breakdancing in it.
Breakdance, very.
Is that made a comeback? I don't know.
I don't think it is. I don't think it has made a comeback.
Yeah, I think it's over.
Well, we had a good run, I suppose. Okay. So we wait for the average dude to show up.
What is he doing?
I don't know. He didn't do his own show yesterday, so
is he going to give us an average excuse? I need a real one at this point. I need some real stuff. I need to hear that he's getting the McMuffin or something. He shaved his head.
Are you saying that he got a haircut based on yesterday?
No, from yesterday's show. So like he has the whole middle part thing going.
No,
popular in South Korea.
No, that was a taped episode. So that was from like a year ago.
What were you saying? He looked like he was from South Korea. What's going on?
Oh,
Robin said he was from
his
South
haircut
Korea
on the show yesterday.
South Korea.
Yeah, it was a very popular haircut in South Korea. The middle part.
I think the middle part took over a large part of the world. I'd have to say. Okay, well, while we wait for him, you want to queue up this first story? Because America demands our opinion on.
Yeah, we should.
All things news.
We already kind of got into it.
By the way, can I just bring up one thing before we get into our news, just really quickly before I forget? Is that Tucker Carlson has done another interview with Andrew Tate's brother. I didn't even know he had a brother, but apparently his brother now is telling this story, and now he's done an interview with the head of. I don't even know what he does, but something to do with January 6th and how there were no permits and this and that.
Tucker Carlson
the guest list is going down.
Does anybody give a shit about his show anymore? I mean, I know the first episode was huge, but even I've lost interest. Like I was so into it the first week, and now I just don't give a fuck.
You know what I was thinking though? This is what I'm just confused about. Is that I was watching something a while back and he was hosting it, and there was like all these presidential candidates and stuff on there, and I was thinking, I'm just brainstorming. What if he had those people on his podcast or what show or whatever it is?
Yeah. Maybe you should email Tucker. I'm sure you guys are looking for tips and tricks. We're bigger than his audience now, which is pretty pathetic. All right, what's that first story there, Robin?
Yeah, so he recently covered the whole Alabama riverboat brawl. Apparently, there's this guy. You remember Marlon Wayans? He was popular in the early 2000s. He's half of the Wayans brothers.
Wayans brothers. They're the Wayans brothers.
Wayans. Listen, we lived in the 90s. The Wayans brothers, like they were the Baldwins of the 90s. They just that family.
Yeah, the Wayans brothers were the 90s. Whenever you say 90s, I said, "Where's the Wayans brothers?"
I always thought it was Wayans.
Wayans.
Were you all wrong, son?
Yeah, so he made a comment on Instagram about the Alabama riverboat brawl, and he was saying, "How about we don't try that in a small town," which is a reference to the song by Jason Aldean. So people misread his comment, and they're saying that, and he said that they're misunderstanding him, and they're saying that the song actually promotes racism and bigotry and violence.
I think his larger point is, why don't we just shut the fuck up and stop getting offended by everything, which is, he does say that. He's like, and this is my point, and he sort of says this, he paraphrases, but like, why is being offended so much better than laughing at stuff? Isn't it objectively better to laugh at situations? Like, where did we go? I feel like the 90s, we laughed a lot more.
Yeah.
We did do a lot of laughing. I think so. I think the problem is that this doesn't even sound like a real story. Who cares who was it, Damon or Marlon? Which one was it?
It was Marlon.
Yeah, like who cares?
Well,
Remember that movie they did that was wildly offensive called White Chicks?
I loved, my
But it was
grandfather
funny.
loved White Chicks. It was my favorite.
That was a funny movie.
Well, here's the thing. This
Yeah.
is some shit you could never get away with today. Remember? I mean, this is, but like,
That's old Jim Bob Carey. There he is.
Jim Carrey. Let's get the
Jim Bob. Here he is.
Hey,
Yes,
There
sir.
he is. Yeah,
What's
all right,
up?
boy. There
What
he
am I looking at right off the bat?
is. That's right.
so I don't
This is
know if you know
Robin's
this.
new modeling pictures.
Just came out.
It just came out this afternoon. You're getting a catalog. Don't you even worry about it.
Roger,
Oh my gosh.
So the story is that Marlon Wayans is getting in trouble for some stupid shit he said. He was trying to be funny, and I don't know. But then we were talking about how giggly the '90s were and how much it was a better time. We used to be able to laugh at stuff like this, and now we can't anymore.
Yes. Times they are a change. Whatever happened to Jim Carrey, though? Isn't that Jim Carrey?
That is Jim Carrey.
He
Yeah.
died of vaccines, right?
Yep, anti-vaxxer. Other than that, though, I think he's doing fine. I don't think he's in the movies anymore, but I don't think he has to be in the movies. He's worth like $500 million.
I think so. Yeah, he kind of the last couple of times I've seen Jim Carrey, he got into this kind of new age spirituality or something, didn't he? Kind of the Eckhart Tolle type stuff.
Oh, he's batshit crazy. This is, again, it plays into like multiple stories we've done about rich people, which is that when you reach a certain socioeconomic level, you lose your fucking mind. And that's
Yeah.
Right.
Carrey.
That's right. So we're all batshit crazy at this point. I like the new cut, Dan. It looks great.
Oh, yeah,
Thanks,
you-
man. Yeah, I was trying to be like, I said, give me the Rodney. I said, do you know Rodney Steele? She said, yes. I said, give me.
No. I love it. I love it.
Is that a, what do you call that? Is that a faux hawk? Is that what they call it?
It's called the coolest haircut alive. That's what it's called, Robin. Don't ask any questions. Don't say no lies. Get
All
out of
right.
here.
I just wanted to know what I'm gonna
I
tell
gotta
my
be honest.
barber.
Your
but
hair's
okay.
too long. Your hair's too long. You got to
I know.
chop up them locks in the back.
Robin, we should all get the Rodney. Just four guys. With the Rodney.
Four guys with the RS. I love it.
Shit.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to catch you up on this story. Marlon Wade said some shit. He got in trouble. Now he's speaking out against cancel culture across the board. I think the
Yes.
problem with cancel culture is it makes sense in some cases. Harvey Weinstein, for example, should have been canceled. You're not allowed to rape chicks when they want jobs, right? But then
Yeah.
Marlon Wayans makes a fucking, off like a joke. Comedy should be uncancelable. There's got to be some sacred ground. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you do really bad shit, then yes, you should be canceled. If you're trying to make a joke, then fuck off. Either laugh or don't, but it just bothers the shit out of me.
Laugh or beat it.
Go ahead, Rodney.
No, I say laugh or beat it.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
well, laughter's the best medicine, right? There's so
That's
many
right.
things going on in the world that are painful, that are hard to deal with. If someone can make me laugh at those things, right, then I think I would prefer to laugh than to be offended. But that's my personality. But
Yeah.
But
I
it should be everyone's personality because we just said before you get on, isn't it better to laugh at something than be offended by something just at a base level? Aren't you happier when you laugh about something as opposed to
Right.
being mad about stupid bullshit?
Yeah.
Yeah. We
Have you guys ever heard of? Have you guys ever heard of Asian embarrassment?
When your
Asian
face turns red,
Why do you have a
you have flush, right?
monopoly on embarrassment? What's Asian embarrassment?
No,
Well, yeah, we laugh.
Their face
We
turns
laugh.
red.
So like, yeah, we turn red and we laugh. So like, laughing is associated with Asians being embarrassed. So like, when they don't know how to handle a situation, they laugh.
I think the rest of the
Oh.
world does that too.
that's interesting.
It's
Mhm.
much more common in Asians though.
Interesting. So naturally, this is a Fox News story, so the comments were a goddamn delight. But everybody says how the left isn't funny, and they're almost right. We have the extremes on the left. We have all the best comedians. I'd hate to break it to you, like every comedian. You have Rob Schneider, but we also have all the people who are the not funniest. The woke is not funny, so we have the extremes, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
You know what we should do here? I have a new bit. It just came to me while we were chatting here. Dave Chappelle, if you're hiring, I'm available. Forget about these stories, right? Who cares about them? Here's what we got to do. We got to do top. We'll come up with a number of the comments, the best comments.
On Fox
I think there
News,
should be a show on the best comments of the week.
so Fox News comments.
Oh, of course. Where
That
else
should
would
be
we
a
go? Where else would we go?
90%.
It's a fucking
Yeah.
cesspool. I will say this though, they're usually hilarious. Like
That's right. So they write themselves, right? If you want to do a show, hey, listen, we're going to dive in. We're going to do a deep dive into Fox Box comments and take a peek at just the worst ones of the week. We'll blur out their names, maybe
Okay.
not.
Oh, who gives a shit? What do they watch
Yeah.
this show?
Yeah, that's true. That's right.
Hey, y'all are picking on Fox, but there's a lot of dumb comments. If there's a lot of comments, there's dumb comments, right? I mean,
You know why I think Fox? I'll tell you why I think Fox would be better. I'm going to say why. It's because I got to be honest. Ever since Tucker left, and I can't imagine why, Fox has really I don't know what in the world they're reporting on anymore. It's just the worst stories.
yeah,
right?
yeah.
They're just terrible.
As
Am I
opposed
lying, Eric?
to
Am I lying? Like half of them, I mean, they don't even make sense.
Tucker was just better. Like just his smarminess really helped. I think the whole thing, and without that, there's no balance to the stories.
What was that word again?
Smarminess. He's very smarmy.
Is that a real word?
Is that a sweaty rat like? Is that an acronym for sweaty rat like?
I think it is.
That's what he called
smarmy.
What is that guy's name? Zelensky.
Yeah, sweaty and rat like. This goes back to, and I feel bad for Robin because he didn't get to experience it. The 90s, the last great decade, everything was much better. All the music was better. The movies were better. The TV was better. Nobody was such a little bitch all the fucking time. And everything was great.
We also had a surplus of income in the White House. We had just
thanks to all Billy Clinton. Remember that Bill Clinton? Nice guy.
Yeah.
Oh, we had the best scandals. We had OJ. We had Lewinsky. We had Princess Di. Like it was just Saturday Night Live.
Remember they stopped making Broncos because of OJ.
Stopped making Broncos. We had Broncos. Everybody was driving around in the Broncos. The 90s were unbelievable.
Hey, wait a minute. Where do y'all remember where you were when the OJ situation was like?
I was in school. I was in school. I was in school when he got arrested. I was in school when he got released. When they said let him free.
Yeah, I wanted OJ to be innocent, man. I liked OJ, but I watched him. I watched it live, on TV. That was a surreal moment, wasn't it?
It divided the country. Yeah. Oh, it was great.
People on the bridges like pulling for him and cheering for him and chasing the car and
cut the juice loose.
Right, the trial was on TV every day. I mean, it was great. It was just it gave so much to culture,
Yeah. And the thing about O.J. Simpson, and if you've watched him in interviews and the way that he presents himself, he's a smooth character. I mean, he speaks well. He says all the right things, but he also kills people.
Well, I was going to say, you don't get away with murder if you're not a smooth fucking,
Yeah.
Businessman.
Yeah.
Did anyone here ever read If I Did It?
No.
I did. I actually did, and I got to tell you, it was a pretty good confession. It seemed like it was pretty solid confession.
Yeah,
it was real detail. He's like, if I did, I was like, damn, this guy, this guy could really write some fiction. I mean, he's, you know what I mean? Like, if this is fiction, man, oh man, he's got a vivid imagination.
Yeah, I felt like I was there with him.
He worked him like a samurai. Yeah.
This also plays into the Kato Kaelin aspect. I know we're obsessed with Kato Kaelin on this show.
I do like Kato.
He made a celebrity out of Kato Kaelin. I'm telling you, the 90s were just.
And you know what the best thing of this is why I like Kato Kaelin so much. I remember my mom was always saying, you got to work hard. You got to go to school. You got to pay attention. You're never going to make it. And I remember the trial was on. And I was like, Mom, that guy doesn't even do anything. He just lives in the house back there. He has a job. And then I remember that one in the trial one day, they were like, what do you do? He's like,
Yeah.
I'm like, he doesn't have a job. He's like, he's one in a million.
But that one case, didn't that open up court TV and court reporting and all of that? I mean,
and then you had the Scott Peterson trial, remember?
Yeah, was that the 90s?
That was televised too. I thought it was.
I don't know.
We got a lot of killers, so it's hard to remember them all.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know what's great about
both of those guys are guilty, by the way. I just want to go ahead and make my stance. OJ and Scott Peterson both did it. Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm going to go out on a limb.
I think they're both. Innocent.
Here's a question. I'll go ahead, Eric. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, remember Cops in the 90s? That came out in the 90s. Fucking great too. Oh my god.
I just have a quick question. Did everybody see Making a Murderer documentaries?
I did.
No.
Did you guys see it?
What that was? Rodney?
It's about the idiot that got accused of murder, got out of it. stayed in the same town and got pinned on another murder, and I can't even. I don't. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like I heard about that. I'm not sure if I've seen.
You got to watch it if you haven't seen it. Here, I'll ask you everything because you've seen it. Do you think they did it?
Yes. Do you?
No.
Really?
Do you think that boy, that idiot boy, who literally was like, let me just say this. He sits on the couch and confesses to two detectives of murdering a girl, giving them details, right, that they've been filling him with. And then he's like, am I going to get to class? Wrestling's on tonight.
No, the greatest line in that he's bringing him to jail and he goes, will I be out by WrestleMania?
Yeah. And I'm thinking, you just admitted to murdering and raping a woman and killing her and cutting her head off. And I don't even know what all the stuff they were talking about doing. Nice. And see, I have something similar.
Oh, look at
Hey.
a weird looking mug.
Hey. Oh, wow. Yeah. The
But I just remember thinking, like, you think those two half-wits could pull that off? Seriously.
I don't know that they could pull up. They could certainly murder somebody. I don't know that they could pull off the cover-up the way O.J. Simpson did.
That's what I mean. Like those guys were that sophisticated. They're morons.
They were morons. Everybody
literally imbeciles.
Right. The definition of the word. All right. Well, I think we've covered this. And we did 21 minutes on Marlon Wayans. All right.
Glad I could help.
It reminds me of the bathroom attendant union.
Freelance bathroom attendants. That's our next business. All right, Robin, what's next?
So I don't know if you guys are aware, but apparently you guys are having an ice cream pandemic. So like almost half the states in America are having a listeria contamination in their ice cream. So like Real Kosher Ice Cream is saying that if you recently purchased their soft serve, it's all being recalled.
Now, is that a pint?
I'm not sure how.
This thing's huge.
I know. That's a lot of ice cream.
Who the hell purchased that? My God.
I've never even seen this thing, so I think I'm safe.
Is there a brand or
like
just called soft
convenience
serve
store ice cream?
I think it's convenience store ice cream. But here's the thing. I don't know if you remember, but last week they told us that there's listeria on lettuce. So they go, you know how typically they say shop the perimeter of the grocery store. But then they go, no, because everything has listeria on it and the meat is filthy. So you should shop in the middle where everything's processed. Well, now it turns out that processed food is going to kill you too. So this is why the news has no credibility. You can't do shit without being scared of dying. Also, listeria doesn't kill anybody unless you're under 2 and over 65. Right. So fuck them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with you. But I just don't understand what brand of ice cream is it? Just any ice cream or soft serve? Grab and go.
Like, if it was Ben and Jerry's, like a national brand that everybody eats, I'd be concerned. But what the fuck?
But this isn't even a brand. Soft serve on the go.
Right? Who's seen?
I've never heard of such a organization.
Here's another thing that bothers me. This was the top hero image. Americans are hunkering down and buying less food as inflation bites. Jesus Christ! Like, we're buying less food. We're hungrier because of inflation. What are we doing?
Yeah, I don't understand.
I don't know either. What is everything? We can't afford food now in the United States in the year 2023. We can't afford food.
But we know we're using our credit cards.
I can't really think of. Yeah.
What are we? The Philippines?
Arlene said she's going to be over 65 soon, so it does concern her. So
your mother?
No, I'm reading a comment here.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't even see any comments. How do you see them?
I'm sorry. Okay, my mother's over 65, so Mom, stay away from the soft serve on the go.
Yeah, don't eat any soft serve on the go. You know what? Just don't eat any ice cream you didn't make.
Yeah.
Isn't eating ice cream in and of itself bad without the listeria? I mean, I don't know.
I love ice cream though. I mean, if I have ice cream in the house, that's one of those temptations. It's hard for me to resist. So if it's in the house, I'm gonna have a bowl of ice cream. And if I have that bowl, I'm gonna probably put some type of something on it, whether that be chocolate or some type of candy crunch or
Okay, this brings up an interesting point because I think world cuisines, I think American cuisine is up there, but like I think Thai's better, I think Italian's better. Like American bistro, steaks, potatoes, right? Like we got good shit. Seafood towers, but I don't think anybody comes close to us with dessert. I think we fucking crush dessert and it's not close. Ice cream and putting all this weird shit in ice cream is a solely American invention and we nailed it. Oh my God. Ice cream is unbelievable.
You know what I was thinking about? You just gave me $1 billion idea while I was sitting here pondering. Ice cream, my favorite. Why haven't they made it so you can make ice cream very quickly?
Well, are we sure they haven't? Do we know this? Like, I don't know either.
I remember when my grandmother was alive, we made ice cream until like half the day. They use like rock salt and sit on things, and it was a nightmare. I was like, this is a real pain in the ass.
This is what I think it is. I think the slow freezing process adds like crystals or something. I've watched it. It didn't stick in my brain, but I think part of the reason it's so delicious is the slow freezing process. So I think.
Well, here's the thing: we need to give that girl, that Theranos, another try.
Yeah.
We're gonna put blood on the back burner. Yeah. Come on back in and make us a quick ice cream maker.
Hey, I like that idea. Did y'all ever have snow cream growing up?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Is that like Rodney, ice candy?
Can you explain what snow cream is, Rodney? I just know that my mom, when it snowed, we could make ice cream. I don't know exactly how that works.
Yeah, it's basically snow from outside.
Yeah.
With vanilla extract in it. It's good.
Oh, okay. Those are the words you're smushing together.
I'm curious. Isn't rolled ice cream pretty much like instant ice cream? It comes out as liquid, and like as soon as it hits the pan, it's ice cream already.
I've never heard of that. What is he saying?
Rolled ice cream.
Rolled. Oh, that's an Asian thing. I've seen Asians roll that shit. Yeah, no, I don't know.
Yeah, so it exists.
We don't know how to do that.
We don't know. The technology isn't there yet. But I do find this fascinating that fruit roll-ups were originally designed as an ice cream topping that quickly hardened on top of ice cream. Add a fruity crunch. What shit? See?
And I love fruit roll-ups. They're tasty.
I used to. Oh my god! I destroyed fruit roll-ups. I like ripping it off the little piece of thin piece of plastic there. Oh, the whole thing is delightful.
I love.
Do they still have them?
I don't know. Do you remember when they used to cut
they do.
You'd have Ninja Turtles or dinosaur shapes.
Dinosaurs, yeah.
Oh my god!
Wait, do they still make them, Eric?
I don't know.
Do the little ones eat them?
Mine don't. I'm gonna search them out.
I wonder if they make them still. Like Hot Pockets.
I think they rebranded to like Fruit by the Foot. It's kind of the same thing. It's just
a whole different.
It's different.
No, that's the Filipino version.
Fruit by the. Wait, is it fruit by the meter? Because you guys don't.
It's fruit by the meter. Fruit by the inch.
You know, honestly, the most patriotic thing for Americans to do is like abandon the English system. I mean, you guys fucking hated the English, but like hundreds of years later, you're still using their system.
It's because they use the other one. It's because they use metric.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's called the English system. So like,
I think we should abandon the English language. Fuck the British. You know, like.
I don't even think we should speak anymore.
No,
we just make noises and move our eyes.
So I recently introduced my son to Slim Jims. We're a big Slim Jim family growing up, and Hot Pockets and Capri Sun. So I don't know how I missed fruit roll-ups, but I'm gonna go out of my way to make this happen.
Pop-Tarts, you've put him on to?
Oh, my kids fucking love Pop-Tarts. And he likes the kind I like, which are the brown sugar cinnamon ones. Oh, the brown ones are the best ones.
You have to watch out for people that eat the ones that aren't frosted. You got to watch out for those people.
Yeah.
Speaking of Pop-Tarts, my mother's on this. She used to butter my Pop-Tart as children. I don't know if you've had a buttered Pop-Tart.
But still, there's something on it, right?
Yeah.
More calories, more flavor.
She was going above and beyond, wasn't she? She wasn't just going to feed you a Pop-Tart. She was going to put a little butter on it.
Exactly. Right. That's how you show love, right?
That's right.
It's like at least 500 calories in one Pop-Tart.
Hey, add a little butter on that motherfucker. You double it up.
Listen, he was a child. He probably ran to school 10 miles uphill in the snow.
That's right.
Both ways.
I needed the energy for the hike to school.
That's right.
Sure you did.
If you've never had a buttered Pop-Tart, please do yourself a favor.
Do yourself a favor.
Butter that bitch up.
I will.
Family Guy wrote a song about buttering Pop-Tarts, as a matter of fact. I'll send it over. All right. What's the next story?
This next story is actually my hardest attempt at getting the show canceled. It's from CNN, and it's titled, you're going to like the title. I did. It's titled, An Expert Weighs In on Plus-Sized Fashion. And what does it mean? I kind of like how they worded it that way. The expert weighed in.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Clever. I see now. Yes, a pun.
That's professional writing right there.
That was a funny pun.
Yeah.
Very
I
funny.
bet Eric could have written that. Are you sure?
Isn't that a pun right here?
It's definitely something I would have done. Yeah. So congratulations to this author.
Very funny.
Okay, so the gist of the story is people are upset because they believe the term plus size should be more inclusive to like the bigger sizes. Apparently, like on the catwalk, the plus size is ranging from sizes 12 to 18, but the same retailers sell sizes all the way up to 42. So like if 12 to 18 is plus size, what is 42?
Well, let me tell you this. It said in here, like, we're offended at plus size. Plus size used to be called stout size, which is fucking hilarious. Also, 67% of American women are plus sized. So I don't know that. I think it's not plus size fashion. I think it's just fashion. Like in China, they don't call it Chinese food. They just call it food. If 67% of us are fucking fat, then it's just fashion. It's not plus. Yeah, yeah. Look at that. That's the picture they used in this article, by the way. Mm-hmm.
So is this your average American woman, or is this
average? This is a.
Is this still like a tier
I don't
below
think
it?
so.
It's still a tier below it, I'm assuming.
I think in the flyover states, this is generally what they look like. I don't know, but yeah, this is
So the argument, to be clear here, it's about we're upset about what we're calling plus size, or the fact that we're using the word plus size, or both.
I think it's because plus size only goes from 18 to 24, and they wanted to go to 18 to 42.
Gotcha.
But then my question then becomes, what about the people that are 45, 46, 50, 50s? Where does it end? What's the number? 100?
That's where I was going. Where does it end?
Yeah.
Something tells me we're going to be mad no matter what happens, no matter what you call it. We're going to cry about something.
That's
and
right.
Here's my other question. If you, let's say, hypothetically speaking, I don't even know what size a 42 is. Maybe I'm a 42. But my point is that it seems big. Let's say we get to 100. Yeah. Is fashion your worries? I don't know. I'm asking. It's exactly. Like, is that? Are you like, man? Oh man, I can't believe that from my hospital bed.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't get the latest fashions from Dolce.
Right.
Right?
The chicks on My 600-Pound Life aren't like, Victoria's Secret doesn't have anything for me. They have trachs. They're struggling to breathe.
Yeah, I mean, we have a trach holder, sweets.
Right. A frilly trach holder.
They got bigger problems.
Yeah, I just think if
literally,
like you are what you are, why are you offended by what somebody is calling it? They're not going out of their way to insult you. Just fucking shut up. Lose the weight, goddammit. Oh, those aren't chicken nuggets.
They're jalapeno poppers, Angel.
They're jalapeno poppers because Robin never had one. And jalapeno poppers are arguably the best thing that's ever happened to the planet.
They're a national treasure.
They are a national treasure. Average dude, how do you feel about jalapeno poppers?
Not crazy about them. I used to like things like that.
Oh my god!
And then my ex-wife made a comment. I like these things. It was similar, but it was like I can't remember exactly how she said this, but it's similar to that. And she said, I said, man, these are good. Try it. And she said, no, this tastes like heartburn taste or something like that. And it stalled in my head. And ever since, I haven't been able to eat these microwavable appetizers. Right?
Oh my god! All right, so the average
story. You heard me first.
You don't drink and you don't eat jalapeno poppers?
Yeah, but other than that, I'm a blast here.
What are you doing? Oh my god!
Yeah, so
you're denying yourself.
I wish I could say I used to like them. Right? Okay, that's as far as I can go.
Your tastes went downhill. Usually they get better, but
yeah, that's true.
I got nothing else on this plus size thing. They mentioned this stupid thing about Marilyn Monroe being a size 14. And like, she was a big girl. No, the sizes weren't the same back then. She was like a size 4 or some shit. I don't know. It's just.
Right. Why don't they just do it like Starbucks? Right? Yeah. So what is it?
Can I get a grande dress?
Venti. Right? We got a Venti over here.
Is that the largest size, Venti? This chick.
It's kind of separate topic, but these people are also the people who complain about having to pay extra because there's more fabric on the sizes of their clothes and they refuse to pay the extra.
How do you refuse to pay for extra fabric when you need extra fabric? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Why should I pay for your extra fabric?
I don't think they should pay for extra fabric. Just buy 2.
Now, wait a minute. That kind of rolls over into the airplane seat. If they're too big for one seat, do they need to buy 2? That's a similar type discussion, isn't it?
Yes. Listen, and I'm not judging if you need to buy 2 seats, but if you have to buy 2 seats, you have to buy 2 seats. It's like if you need extra fabric, you have to pay for extra fabric. You know what I mean? Like, just take some personal responsibility. I'm not passing judgment. I'm just saying you got to fucking you're where you are, so fucking deal with it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think about that. I've never thought about that, like someone having to pay more for a piece of clothing because they're larger, right? That's an interesting thought. What do y'all think about it?
I know that we buy baby clothes and they're fucking cheaper. You know why? Because they're smaller and it makes all the sense in the world. So if you have to buy more fabric costs money, you know?
But
it seems straightforward.
small, right? This shirt it comes in small, medium, large. Should there be different price? I mean, it's a little bit more fabric. I don't know what.
I think the makeup is that they make the money on the small and the medium that they lose on the large and the extra large.
Right, but once you get to the point where 60% of people are huge, then I think the math starts to
maybe you just do one size fits all.
Real stretchy.
Right. Let's get on in here. Let's get on in my shirt now.
Wasn't 90s fashion like the baggy jeans and stuff?
That's
like
right.
really baggy clothing?
That's right.
Oh yeah.
How did you
It
guys
was
pull that
bopping and
off?
hopping.
Bro, 90s fashion was I think it looked funny and it felt weird because if you had those jeans that went low and they got fucking dirty all the time.
Jinkos.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. And then like sagging was such a thing. Like black dudes would sag down to their fucking knees.
Mhm.
Like how did they move? I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I can't imagine the average dude in baggy pants.
No, I
Is that
can't.
thing?
I don't like to imagine the
You
average.
can't
dude.
imagine it either.
Okay, thank God.
All right, what's the next story, Robbins? Give us something good. I want to cover some of these Instagram funnies we got here.
Yeah, we got Instagram.
For
We got plenty. You're gonna love them.
I'm excited.
I can't wait.
This one's actually kind of related to the previous one. It says American women have an alcoholic problem. I'm not really surprised because they're also saying there's a 15% increase in alcohol-related deaths for women. And a lot of it is related to family life and romantic issues.
Okay, so this article lied a little bit because the 15% is with women 65 and older. By the way, when you're 65 and older, that's when you start to die. So, you know what I mean? Here's the other thing.
Yeah.
This article is endlessly fascinating. Everybody should read it because it's not just about alcoholism. It talks about a litany of things that are fascinating. One of which is as women have gotten paid better and are better socioeconomically, they're also sadder, more depressed, and are drinking more. Which plays into this idea of the suicide paradox. I don't know if you know what that is, but when countries reach a certain socioeconomic level, suicides skyrocket. And
that makes sense.
It does and it doesn't, right? Because on one hand, you'd think more success, more affluence, you would be happier, but somehow it correlates to sadness and depression and drinking. And I find that fascinating.
Yeah.
So, thanks,
Japan and South Korea. So we know they're well off. Yeah, exactly. Was it like, what are the suicide rates over there? Do you know? But I know they're the
South
highest
Korea
in the
is
world.
either 1 or 2 in the world in suicide. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But South Korea does all sorts of fucked up shit. Like they have scales in schools to make sure you're not a plus size. Like you think you get paid in school. That's fucking crazy. Yeah, man. So here's the other thing. They talk about how modern life, we're sad, we're lonely, we're depressed. Some of this, though, I think is solvable, right? Like loneliness. Can't you just go make some friends? You're staring at your phone all day. That's not good for your mental health. Go out, join a yoga class or some shit. You know
Or a cult.
Or a cult. Play some pickleball.
Play some pickles.
That's what I'm saying.
Grab a pickleball paddle and go to town.
Well,
Do you think it's
how cults they form that way, right? People need something to belong to something. They need to believe in something, and so you give them that opportunity, and
they prey on the lonely and sad and drunk. I totally agree with you.
right?
So, Daniel, you're single.
Yes, sir.
But you don't drink, so you're solving your problems in different ways. What are you doing? You exercising? I know you journal.
Yeah, so I like to get up and start the day with some form of exercise, not something necessarily. I'm not killing it. I'm not.
You're not going to do Murph, right?
I can do Murph, but now I'm kind of.
No, I mean every morning.
Oh yeah, no, not every morning. No, you see how
I was reading.
I could do Murph. That's
No,
funny. Comes out.
I was reading somewhere one time that used to be his morning workout. That was his workout in the morning.
Yeah.
Now, for the people that aren't CrossFit familiar, what does Murph entail?
It's a 1 mile run, 100 pull-ups, 200 squats, and 300 push-ups, and then another mile run.
It's a bit obsessive. Yeah, that's
I
excessive.
think Rodney and I both have tried CrossFit. I did CrossFit for about a year. I enjoyed. I mean, I was in my 40s. It's a lot of fun. It makes a competition out of working out, and
It is fun.
Anytime you have a clock, it's like 3, 2, 1. Anytime that happens, it's like.
I agree with you, but you should also not be doing deadlifts for time. Like that is a movement.
Oh God!
Snap your back in half.
I fucking agree.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'll tell you though, in all seriousness, this is what I'll say though, right? Is that the guys that do it at that level, right?
Yeah.
you're not good. Like there used to be a guy when I was doing it that was really, really good, like really good, and like they're done by the time you get your, you know what I mean? Like it's just like it's just
Amazing.
the games level.
Yeah.
Like they're amazing. You know what I mean? So the people that are really rushing themselves are so good at it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like people will be like, do 10 deadlifts for time, and I'm like,
yeah. What's dangerous, in my opinion, or not good, is someone like me that just wants to try hard and doesn't necessarily have their form down, that doesn't want to look bad.
Yeah, like the best guy at our gym or at our box, right, for CrossFit was there literally 12 hours a day.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Practicing lifts and playing around and stretching, and I don't know what all he was doing. I thought he lived there at one point. You know what I mean? But he was every time he was there, he was doing something.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but like the exercise, the workout of the day, you call it, in the box is same for everyone, right?
The WOD, yeah. Use it.
But it's
not
the same for. It's not.
So there's two different things. So there's main site, which is the workout of the day that they give you for free, and then there's, if you go to a box, they have their own WOD.
Okay.
Yeah,
and usually it consists of a warm up, which is most people's workout, and then it consists of lifting, and then it consists of the WOD.
Yeah.
So it lasts an hour, and then you get out.
And I've got a friend that's super into CrossFit. He's 10 years older, but he's in his age, he's one of the top guys. But they program these workouts to hit different. You know, there's intentionality behind the programming of these workouts. There's so much that goes into it.
Yeah, there's a lot.
The guys that really know their stuff, I mean, these are some incredible athletes because
they'll crush your legs one day, like destroy your legs, and the next day it's all arms. You know what I mean? Like, so like where an idiot, I'm not saying me and you are idiots, Dan, but we are. I'm joking.
No,
if we program, we might have like 3 leg workouts like in a row, and you know, you're in a wheelchair. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's just like a lot of intention. Yeah,
I think the biggest issue with CrossFit is like a cult. Like everybody, it's like it's kind of like church where everybody's nice, and I can't tell if you're being nice because you are nice or you're being nice because CrossFit thinks you should be nice. When I went to CrossFit, I was doing something like lunges, and this monster guy came over. He's like, "Dude, you got it. You can do this." I was like, first of all, no, I can't. Second of all, so why are you talking to me? That doesn't happen in a normal gym. You know,
he likes you
running on the treadmill, and some guy's like, "Yeah," I'm like, "What?
Yeah, brother,
get out of here,
brother in Christ."
Yeah, you're right. Is it brother in Christ, a brother in CrossFit? And I don't like it. Plus, the girls do that too. And you're like, are you flirting with me? You're like, no, this is just what we do at CrossFit. I go, okay, well, can you stop it then? Fuck.
You guys have like insane
pickleball,
membership fees.
Yeah, it's very expensive too.
If someone comes to our pickleball court, we're like, get the guns.
Yeah, exactly. Right. I like in the gym, you put your headphones on, you stare at the ground. In CrossFit, like, yes.
Yeah.
Come on in, cowboy. You know what used to be the worst is when I
saw a mean look on your face too, right? As you're doing exercise, you don't want anybody to approach you. You're a beast. You're an animal.
I'm
when
miserable.
I first started doing CrossFit, I remember like I was terrible, and all these people would be like, and there's like, you know, this lady pulled up in a minivan or whatever, and has like 3 kids, and she's like clapping. She's like, "You can do it. You can do it." And I'm just like, Jesus Christ, like I'm the last person. You know what I mean? And you're like going in there, you're like, I'm gonna crush these people.
I want to grab them and go, I cannot do this. Stop telling me I can do this. Go away.
Yeah. It's a humbling experience. If you want to be humble, go to a CrossFit.
You're not supposed to leave or do anything until the last person is finished.
Oh, that's another weirdo. Yeah. You know what I hate too is like I know a CrossFit bro, and they eschew all the stuff that's not in CrossFit. So for years, curls were great. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger did curls, right? But now unless you do an upside down push-up, which is some weirdo made up bullshit, you're not exercising right. Fuck off. Ronnie Coleman does curls and he's an 8-time Mr. Olympia.
Yeah.
They do curls now, but it's recently become part of their programming.
Okay, that's good.
They slowly introduce things into the programming.
They've slowly, like Amish with electricity. They're slowly, now you can have cell phones.
Well, some of the things never made sense. Like I was always thinking to myself, like I could climb a rope, right? But I can't imagine when I would need to. And the second part is that I was unclear on when I would need to do a handstand walk.
Well,
somebody's going to be like, I need you to go to the grocery store and get a gallon of milk in your hands.
Yeah. That plays into the thing where he would always go, well, it's functional strength as opposed to like going to the gym strength. I'll be like, oh, it's functional strength. When am I going to climb a fucking rope? When am I going to need to be upside down and push weight? It's not functional. You're just doing it to look good, which is what everybody does. So, I don't know. Yeah. Robin, what's next? Do we want to talk about drunk chicks more? I mean, it's sad. But here's the thing too. just have a normal relationship with alcohol. Just is it that hard? Just drink when it's fun and
I
don't
don't think we have to lose our minds. That's right.
I'm gonna start talking at AA meetings. Just like calm down with that shit. Just stop drinking so much.
Is our next story good?
What was that, Dan?
I'm sure that'll go over really well.
I'm gonna listen, fuck faces. Just stop being weird about it.
Stop. Yeah.
Oh,
You don't think I want to wake up and drink? I don't, because I have a job. Just do that. You know what I mean? Drink when it's fun and stop when it's not. I don't think it's that complicated.
Yeah.
That sounds. I think you'd get a lot of support with that.
I think so too. I'm gonna give it a shot. All right. Oh yeah, we gotta get to Rodney's stuff. So what do we get next? Oh, this story's fucked up.
Yeah, it's fucked up. It's also about women.
Oh God.
Particularly African women.
Bad news.
Yeah,
It's bad news. Yes. So they're up in arms because apparently African governments are keeping. They keep taxing them for tampons and sanitary pads. Like, it's so bad that apparently an average regular working African woman spends about 5 to 13% of their salary on pads. So they call it period tax.
Mm-hmm. Look at Ghana. So they said for every $7 a woman in Ghana earns, she spends $1 on feminine hygiene products. And you know why they do this? It's the same reason why the veterinarian charges so much. It's the same reason why houses are so expensive. It's the same reason why cars are so expensive. You need them. So they have you over a barrel. You got to do it. So here we are.
For the same reason you go to an amusement park and they charge you $8 for a corn dog.
Because they have you trapped and you're hungry. Exactly.
Yeah.
Why water's $8? Because you're trapped and you're thirsty. And this is what they're doing to women, and it's fucking disgusting.
That's why you got to bring a grill in and start making food and selling it there.
There you go. That's an entrepreneurial.
As soon as somebody comes in the bathroom, we're like, "Hey, knock on the door. Hey, you want a hot dog?"
Right.
Well,
$2. Don't say nothing.
That won't be creepy.
you can do the same thing in Ghana. You can start to make sanitary pads for half the price. Like, instead of $1 for every 7, do 50 cents. Bada bingo, bada bingo. I don't know, man. Being a woman's hard. Being a woman is very difficult.
Yeah.
A luxury tax on tampons. Can you imagine what is going on in the world? Real quick, though, this makes me think. So American women are lonely and drinking themselves to death, but they don't have to spend 13% of their salaries on sanitary pads. I think that's the more difficult issue.
Yeah.
Perspective,
Well, it's kind of interesting. We were talking earlier about, plus size and is it fair to charge more for larger clothes and that sort of thing. And we I don't know what I've decided on that, but then you have something like this that sounds totally unfair to me, right? I mean, I feel bad for the people. So it's interesting how we just kind of, I mean, it's essentially the same thing happening, isn't it? I mean, but we're looking at it from a
Eric, we should have asked that lady that we had on that was from Africa.
Oh, I know about that situation. No shit. I'm talking to her on.
Yeah, so you should check it out. That's terrible.
But this is the kind of shit that would never happen to a man. If it was just a man product, like, there would never be a luxury tax, because of course, we're not going to tax ourselves.
What's
Nah,
do you think of a men's only product?
Ball shaving razors.
Yeah, and I'm just brainstorming here, but I would say Old Spice. Seems like I don't. Do you know any women that use Old Spice?
No, but I mean, like the that's particularly for men, but like deodorant.
Oh yeah, aftershave. Yeah, let's workshop this. There's
okay,
aftershave.
Yeah.
Okay, after. Yeah, but that's very light. It's not like we need after.
Yeah.
Shaving cream, but I mean, women use shaving cream as well.
Cock rings. What about cock rings?
Okay, you got me.
You got him.
You got him. You got him.
I found the one.
All right, you want to get into these Instagram things? I think we got to start doing a segment called LinkedIn Lunatics versus Instagram Idiots.
Okay, Instagram Idiots. Let's see.
Oh, wow. Okay, this is a new feature.
Yeah, we on the fly is how we do it.
I like it.
I Chappelle it over here for a spell, and then we come up with stuff.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to show you this one first that you sent. All right, hold on.
These are golden.
Talk about just. Oh, my mother! Viagra! Holy shit!
Yes. Cialis, all that stuff.
Yeah.
You're right. And somehow we figured out to make Viagra dirt cheap. Well, shocking, isn't it? Okay. Hold on.
Amazing.
Oh my god!
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Okay, here we go. Are you ready for this bad boy?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Over. Please say it, man. Pull over. What? I am going into work, my man. Why are you trying to pull me
over as I'm going.
Because you're going 80 and a 45.
I'm going into work.
Okay, what are you
What
going
does
to
it
work
look
for?
like I'm dressed for?
What
Does it look like I'm dressed for?
My name is Deputy Hill, and they see your driver's license.
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Copy of 1050. 10-4, I got a city Orlando PD taking off from a traffic stop.
Well. What do we have here? Cops above the law.
Breaking the law, Johnny Law.
I love cop on cop crime. 80 and a 45. Of course, he got pulled over. What the fuck?
He was trying to get to work.
Does that work for me when I'm speeding to get to
You know
my
what I
base?
think the problem is? I'm going to tell you what the problem is here. He didn't have his lights on.
Is that is that the
You
problem?
got to have your lights on. Like here where I live, like anytime there's a stoplight, they just put their lights on and go through it, and they
So
turn them off as soon as they get through it.
Begs the question: are cops above the law? Because he's breaking two laws, right? He went 80 and a 45, which is not good, and then he walked away from a traffic stop. So he's 0 for 2 there.
Yeah.
What do you think? Should he get in trouble?
And he had a weapon.
Andy.
Yeah, I mean, I think that highlights to me what I think of is if this cop that's doing 80 and a 45, he's going to pull somebody over later today that's doing something similar. And so that shows this conflict and kind of, hey, I'm all about having, police are a good thing, right? I need somebody to call when something bad's happening. But this sort of thing kind of highlights that there's some people that have some authority, have some control, have some power, and also have some attitude. And that can be a dangerous combination.
Here's the other thing though. Here's the thing. Let's say that was me and Eric, right? And Eric pulled me over.
Yeah.
I would arrest Eric for drug possession. and then Eric would arrest me for killing people. And by the time the real cops got there, I would be like, we got to kill him.
Now wait a minute. That's funny, but you make an interesting point. What if the other cop said, "Actually, I smell alcohol on your breath"?
You're arrested, officer.
Yeah, I smell alcohol on your breath, and now or weed or whatever the case might be. I'm going to have to search your vehicle, right? I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know what happens in that.
I would have said, I need to see your license right now.
Yeah,
80 and a 45. He's doubling the speed limit. I'm sure 45 sounds like a residential area too.
He had to get to work. He's only told you 3-4 times. He's got to get to work to catch other people speeding. What's going on, guys?
I'm curious how police departments work in America, because like he was saying that he was a city officer. Is there like a difference with the department?
Yeah, there's city and then there's the hillbillies.
There's city, town, state, federal. The layers of cops are it's the
it is, and I didn't really understand that.
It's cops on cops,
Robin, but yeah, they're and they all kind of have this, almost a little bit of a clash, right? When the feds come in, the local guys are like, "What are you guys doing here?" Or whatever the case might be. But they're not necessarily all on the same kind of page.
You know what? So obviously cops are a good thing. I think ours should be laws and they should be enforced, but I've never called the cops for anything. Have you guys ever called the cops for anything?
Yeah.
I've had the cops visit a situations.
Do we have any more of those videos?
I wouldn't have pegged the average dude as the one guy on here.
I definitely wouldn't. I would have picked. I wouldn't have thought so. Do we have any more of those good videos?
We have the Steven Seagal one. Do you want to cover Steven Seagal's? Okay,
yes, you're gonna love this one, average dude.
Yeah, let's
Is he doing Aikido or something?
You guys
stupid?
didn't love this? No. Steven sings.
Doing keto would make sense.
Yeah,
but as it
Steven
turns
sings though.
So our friend Steven Seagal in 2004 released a dancehall song called Strut, in which he sings in a fake Jamaican accent. The first line is "We want the punani." So
he does. It's great.
Video has no sound. Oh Jesus!
Oh my God, what's happening? Oh my God!
It got taken down.
This bit went in the shitter. It did get.
Oh my God!
Because they were using it without permission.
Oh,
and that went in the shitter.
Well, this is funny because Steven Seagal, there's a YouTube channel that does I guess a summary of his movies. Those are some of the worst movies ever made. They're terrible. They're horribly funny. Horribly.
I like Under Siege. Do you see that one where he's killing people on a submarine?
I feel like I know something about that one, but I mean they are. I didn't know much about it until I saw this YouTube channel and just watched some of them. They're so funny.
Do you remember he used to give people the Colombian necktie? Do you know what that is? So Steven Seagal's moves with the Colombian necktie, he'd slit your throat, then pull your tongue out so it looks like a tie.
Oh wow!
Colombian necktie. Steven Seagal.
Dang.
I know. See, once again, the 80s and 90s had the best movies. Nobody gives anybody Columbia neckties today.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. Nobody specializing in them. Men's Warehouse stopped.
Whew.
Do you want to do the intoxicated murderer visits the crime scene?
Yes, more videos.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can pull this off without fucking it up.
Radio killed the LinkedIn stars. Or video? Was it video? I forget now. Was it radio or video? Maybe both.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Both. We're
it's
gonna
Friday. Are you ready?
I'm looking for it. I can help her. What's going on?
Uniform
What
one night.
happened? Yeah, I can help her. What's going on? Yeah. So I know what happened. I know the people they involved. So
Go again.
let me to dig deep, you know.
Thank you. What's your name?
I'm not gonna tell you my name. I don't give a because I know what happened. And you need to know, figure it out what happened. If you don't have me, you don't know what happened. I just know that some guy come here
Yeah.
and he up some guy. I don't know what happened.
Right.
I don't know what happened. He just got. You're gonna think about me, but it's not gonna be me because there's no proof.
So you think something's happened to a male in this address?
No, I know what happened.
What
I know
happened then?
everything.
Tell me
I know
what
everything.
happened.
This city is mine. I'm not. Gonna
This
tell you
city's
that.
yours. Who are you looking for?
All right, so this begs the question. Like, I've been drunk, but I've never been confessed to a murder drunk.
Wow.
I don't necessarily know that he was drunk.
He seemed a little drunk. You think that's how we
At
normally
first,
is?
he's saying he doesn't know what happened, and then he's saying he knows what happened. So
Well, as it turns out,
it's
he did it.
delusional.
Yeah.
Oh, he did?
I'm not-
Oh, so we know he did it?
Yeah. So he did it.
Oh, so maybe he does know who did it.
I'm pretty sure he knows who did it because he did it. But once again, we get like the alcohol issue. Don't drink so much you confess to murder. It's not that fucking hard.
It's really not.
And this is speaking from somebody who loves drinking. I really do. I can't get enough of it. It's like my favorite thing. This is irresponsible. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I can't wait for you to start your AA.
Oh man, I think Rodney's headphones fucked up the audio. We'll take that off.
I feel like I'm in a.
Like I'm a pizza.
Mm.
I'm DJing.
Rod, the DJ god. So average dude, you didn't do a show yesterday.
Did not do
Yeah,
it,
what happened?
But next week, excited to have an ex-female MMA. She's really super cool chick. She owns a place. Actually, she cut my hair.
Oh,
So,
nice job.
yeah, so it's a bare knuckle barbershop is what she owns now. But she's so busy doing so many different things, and she's an ex-fighter, and she's just a really cool chick. So I met her.
She's not going to beat you up, is she?
I wouldn't want to fight her.
Yeah.
You know what I think would be a great bit is that you should go do MMA with her.
I want to do MMA, but I
And
mean,
the average dude gets pinned.
You look like the average MMA fighter, so I think that's a good transition in terms of your career. Oh, we should have covered this one story. I did see, you know how we talk about trans sports all the time on this show?
Yeah.
So a trans MMA fighter, male to female, fought a biological female, knocked her out in 39 seconds and cracked her skull.
boom.
Yeah, nuts, right? I mean,
But it was a man that became a woman.
yeah,
was a
and
woman
then got,
that became
got involved in MMA.
that would-
Fought a
yeah,
woman
obviously
and
that
cracked
would
her
not.
skull.
Well, it's amazing. I mean, she was telling me about some of the, she would have these. I guess she was obviously good, and it's a lot of technique. So she's fighting young guys that have this attitude, and they come in and they're all intense, and she knows how to leverage her body and position her body, position her body to, So it was really interesting. So hopefully I can recreate the conversation I had.
Are you gonna try any of those moves in the octagon on her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
No.
what you got to do. You got to get in the octagon.
That's right. If you want ratings, so next week's Jenny Wynn and the Average Dude is going to go live from the Octagon, right?
In the octagon. UFC 1. UFC
place
SC 1.
Gotta strap on a GoPro.
Strap on a
Me and-
GoPro. I got
Me and
50
Eric
bucks
will
on
narrate it.
Hey,
Yeah,
I
can
think,
we do commentary?
what's that?
Can we do commentary during the fight while you get your ass kicked?
Oh, wow. I would definitely want this group right here to be the announcers of the match.
That would be amazing.
Maybe
Well, I can't
we
wait.
could be a guest. I don't know.
All right. Well, listen, we killed an hour. I got to sign off. We will be back Monday, and stay tuned for the pay-per-view event of the year where the average dude takes on a female MMA champion next Thursday on LinkedIn Live. See you
Awesome.
Monday, America.